The year is 811 AD. The place, a windswept plain in what is now modern-day Bulgaria. Welcome to Cryptic Mystic Vault, where we explore the enigmatic tales and unsolved puzzles of history. The air crackles with tension. Two armies stand poised for battle. On one side, the might of the Byzantine Empire, resplendent in gold and steel. On the other, a horde of fierce warriors, their eyes burning with a primal fury. Leading them is a man who will soon become a legend, Krum, Khan of the Bulgarians. Krum was no ordinary warlord. He was a visionary leader who dreamt of uniting the Slavic tribes under his banner. He was a cunning strategist who had already inflicted a series of humiliating defeats on the Byzantine Empire. And he was a warrior of terrifying ferocity, his name whispered in hushed tones from the walls of Constantinople to the frozen wastes of the north. The Byzantine Empire, accustomed to dictating terms to its neighbors, found itself facing a terrifying new enemy. Krum was a product of his time. The early 9th century was a period of great upheaval in Eastern Europe. The old order was crumbling and new powers were rising to take its place. The Bulgarians, a Turkic people who had migrated to the Balkans in the 7th century, were among the most ambitious of these new contenders. Under Krum's leadership, they would emerge as a major force on the European stage. The Byzantines called him the terror of the Balkans. They had good reason to fear him. Krum was a master of psychological warfare. He understood that terror could be as effective a weapon as any sword or spear. His campaigns were characterized by their brutality. He would often massacre entire populations and leave behind pyramids of skulls as a warning to his enemies. Krum's rise to power was anything but straightforward. We know little of his early life, a testament to the mists of time surrounding this ancient warrior. What is clear is that he ascended to the Bulgarian throne in a period of chaos. The Bulgarians were a young and ambitious people, eager to expand their territory and influence, but their internal divisions threatened to tear them apart. Krum understood that a divided kingdom could not stand. He ruthlessly consolidated his power, crushing his rivals and uniting the various Bulgarian tribes under his iron rule. His methods were often brutal, but they were effective. By the time he turned his attention to the Byzantine Empire, he commanded a united and battle-hardened army. The political landscape of Eastern Europe during this period was a complex tapestry of competing empires, kingdoms, and tribal alliances. The Byzantine Empire, though in decline, remained the dominant power in the region. But its grip was weakening and challenges were emerging on all sides. To the north, the Slavic tribes were restless. To the east, the Arabs were pushing their conquests ever westward. Krum was a shrewd observer of international affairs. He understood that the Byzantine Empire was weakened by internal strife and external threats. He saw an opportunity to exploit this weakness and expand Bulgarian power at the expense of the empire. The Byzantine Emperor Nikephoros I underestimated Krum. He dismissed the Bulgarian Khan as a barbarian upstart. He would pay dearly for his arrogance. In 809 AD, Krum launched a devastating raid into Byzantine territory, capturing the important city of Serdica, which is modern-day Sofia. The raid sent shockwaves through the Byzantine Empire. The emperor, his pride wounded, vowed revenge. He assembled a massive army and marched north, determined to crush Krum and the Bulgarians once and for all. The two armies met at the Battle of Pliska in 811 AD. What followed was a massacre. Krum, a master of strategy, lured the Byzantines into a carefully prepared trap. The Bulgarian army, fighting with the fury of cornered wolves, overwhelmed the Byzantine forces. The Battle of Pliska was a turning point in Byzantine-Bulgarian relations. It marked the beginning of the end of Byzantine dominance in the Balkans. For Krum, it was the crowning achievement of his military career. He had defeated the mightiest empire in the world. He had proven that the Bulgarians were a force to be reckoned with. But Krum's victory was not solely due to his military prowess. He was also a master of psychological warfare. After the battle, he ordered the captured Byzantine soldiers to be impaled on stakes. The sight of their comrades' mutilated bodies struck terror into the hearts of the remaining Byzantine soldiers. Krum's message was clear: "Defy me, and this will be your fate." Krum's brutality was not simply the act of a bloodthirsty barbarian. It was a calculated strategy designed to break the will of his enemies. He understood that terror could be a powerful weapon, especially against an empire as vast and diverse as Byzantium. By instilling fear in the hearts of his enemies, he could subdue them without having to fight costly and time-consuming battles. His methods were undeniably cruel, but they were effective. His reign of terror spread far and wide, leaving a lasting impact on the Byzantine psyche. Even today, centuries after his death, Krum's name is still spoken with a mixture of fear and respect in parts of the former Byzantine Empire. But Krum was more than just a brutal conqueror. He was also a shrewd ruler who understood that lasting power required more than just military might. He was a skilled administrator who implemented a number of reforms designed to strengthen the Bulgarian state. He codified Bulgarian law, creating a unified legal system for his people. He established a system of weights and measures which facilitated trade and commerce, and he implemented policies designed to assimilate the various Slavic tribes under his rule, creating a more unified and cohesive Bulgarian identity. If Krum the Fearsome had not defied the Byzantine Empire, the course of European history might have been drastically different. The Byzantine Empire could have expanded further into Europe, potentially altering the cultural and political landscape. The power dynamics between the East and West would have shifted, possibly delaying the rise of Western European powers. Imagine a world where the Byzantine influence permeated deeper into the heart of Europe. The cultural and religious exchanges would have been more profound, intertwining Eastern Orthodox Christianity with the burgeoning traditions of the West. This alternate history would have seen a stronger Byzantine influence in European affairs, affecting everything from religion to trade routes. The Byzantine legal and administrative systems could have set the foundation for European governance, leading to a more unified continent under Byzantine law. Trade routes would have been redefined, with Constantinople becoming an even more critical hub for commerce between Europe and Asia. In this hypothetical scenario, the Western European powers might have taken longer to rise to prominence, potentially altering the timeline of events such as the Crusades, the Renaissance, and even the formation of modern nation-states. The cultural and political landscape of Europe, as we know it today, would have been reshaped by the enduring legacy of an expanded Byzantine Empire. Thus, Krum's defiance was not just a moment of resistance, but a pivotal point in the grand tapestry of history. His actions, driven by a blend of terror and strategic acumen, set the stage for the Europe we recognize today. The butterfly effect of his defiance ripples through time, reminding us of the delicate balance of power and the profound impact of a single ruler's decisions. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more mind-blowing discoveries and thrilling adventures into the past.